Hello everybody, Richard Roy 2 here. VarmitCoyote has put up an interesting video that, he was talking about frustrating anger, and I'll leave a link so you can see what he was talking about. And Varmit, there's something interesting here I wanted to point out. A lot of times I think we have difficulties with interpreting our emotions, and this may be where we come into this point. And I never thought of this before, but frustration, it's an interesting thing that people can react certain ways, and one of the things you talk about is getting in a frustration because we don't understand what's going on, and we see it in a certain way, and we feel like we've come up against a wall, and our reaction or response is to lash out wildly in any way we can because there is no visible alternative. I wanted to present something to you and everybody else, the idea of what anger is. Now, I come to this conclusion about anger, and that is that anger is the mask that fear wears. So specifically, it's a responsive emotion to fear. When you fear something, a defensive reaction is to get angry at something, because fear is that idea that you are in danger of losing something, or something threatens you in any possible ways. In the case of VarmitCoyote's example, he feared losing the time spent. And to see it as that and say, well, I fear losing the time spent, and say, okay, well then how about if I just, instead of using up more time in pointless frustration and beating up my computer or whatnot, I can use it productively and not waste any more time in that respect. So frustration is an interesting one I never thought about before, but this raises an interesting point. Is frustration a dead-end point where you don't know what else to do? You're lashing out in any form possible just in order to be able to release that emotion. And there's a certain validity to releasing emotion, but I think there's a singular importance to recognizing the function of an emotion, and that point of anger being the defense against fear, again, of loss of something. I had a boo-boo. I fall down, go boom. My own fault. I backed up over something and fell down, and in stopping, and I smacked my hand against the ground and fractured a bone. I could feel that anger coming on, and it was the fear, of course, the fear of getting harmed, damaged, the fear of, also the thought that, geez, am I getting stupid in my old age? My bones are getting more brittle. Am I forgetting to where the position of was something that I had tripped over? You know, all this sort of stuff. You know, it goes through your head. But again, I think a lot of our problem is not understanding our emotions, not recognizing the relevance to connections to other emotions, and resolving them in some fashion that is more cordial, productive, as you say. Just a thought. I'm going to be thinking further on this one too. I just thought spontaneously I'd post this and get your thoughts on it. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.